Last fall, a 25-year-old man walked into our monastery. Backpack on, earbuds in, phone clutched in his hand. Before he even said hello, he asked, "Do you guys have Wi-Fi?" I smiled. "No, but we do have connection." He gave this nervous laugh, the kind of laugh people make when something hits a little deeper than they expected it to. He told me he worked in marketing, freelance, fully remote. He was making good money, had great clients, and was, in his own words, living the dream. But then his voice got softer, and he said, "I feel like I'm constantly refreshing a page that never loads." It was a strange sentence, but one that felt instantly familiar. It's a sentence that so many people are living without ever saying the words out loud. I didn't offer any advice. I didn't give him a lecture. Instead, I just walked him to the edge of the woods, right behind the monastery. There stood this massive, ancient tree. It was older than any of us, with roots that spread out like open hands, almost welcoming anyone who needed to feel grounded. I looked at him and said, "Come here every morning. Sit under this tree for 1 hour. No phone, no distractions, just sit." He just blinked at me. "That's it?" he asked. "That's it?" I confirmed. He let out a big sigh. "That's going to drive me crazy." I smiled back. Exactly. The first day was rough. He fidgeted constantly. He pulled at blades of grass. He kept checking his empty pockets, almost as if he expected a notification to magically appear out of thin air. He told me later that time felt completely broken, like every single minute was stretching into an hour. On day 2, he kept hearing phantom pings. His phone wasn't even with him, but his brain swore it was buzzing. On day 3, he came to me and asked if he could bring a book. "Books are just other people's thoughts," I told him. "You already have thousands of your own. Just try listening to yours." By day 4, he arrived, sat down, and didn't say a word. There were no complaints, no bargaining, just stillness. It was an uncomfortable, heavy, but very honest stillness. But on day 5, something was different. He walked back from the woods slowly, but there was a new clarity in his eyes. He looked at me and said, "It's strange. My mind isn't quieter, but somehow there's space in it now. It's like I can finally hear myself thinking. Not my online self, not the person in my bio, not my job title. Just me." And then, for the first time all week, he smiled. It was a real smile. Not the kind you post online, not the kind you edit or filter. It was a smile that comes from remembering something truly important. He looked back at the tree and said, "That tree had no Wi-Fi, but it gave me a better signal to myself." And with that one sentence, he uncovered the very thing that most people spend their entire lives trying to figure out. You don't need more followers. You don't need more tabs open. You don't need more noise, more input, or more stimulation. What you really need is more contact with yourself. Stillness isn't empty space. Stillness is where everything you've been avoiding finally has a chance to become clear. Stillness is the doorway back to who you really are, underneath all the noise. So I want you to ask yourself, when was the last time you just sat with your own thoughts without a screen narrating them for you? Life won't start speaking louder. You just have to learn to get quieter to hear it. Because the connection you're really missing is the one that's already inside you. This is Daily Spark. Thank you for listening.